Hey everybody! I'm Kristen McNamara. I'm one of Kris's friends, originally from Northern California, but coming to you from Key West, Florida. It's really hot and sticky. So welcome to Kris Dizzle's birthday celebration. I have my bubbles and everything. So I originally had planned on singing live. I'm a singer, but my security guard at the complex totally nixed the idea because it's too late and everyone's sleeping, because everyone here is old in Florida, probably, so they don't like to stay up. It's actually it's almost midnight here. So anyway, so what I did was I decided to send as a birthday present to Kris a recording. And so I did it in the studio, and the slideshow came out beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet who stir in passion stress, a thoroughfare of freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty and law. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy God with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea.
Yay, let's give it up for Kristen.
Happy birthday,
Nice.
Kris!
All right, so I'm gonna hand over the reins to Kabir. I have to figure out how to do that. Come on, I have two Indian headliners. They can't help me figure this out.
Oh, geez. Should I raise my hands?
There you go. All right, so before I hand it over to Kabir, I want to thank all of you for coming today. I'm literally choked up. And I just want to say thank you. Let's go ahead and let's get the show started. Here we go.
Hey, what's going on? Give Kris a big round of applause. Happy birthday, Kris.
Happy birthday!
This is nice. That was that had to have been the most white start to any Filipino's birthday I've ever seen in my life. I know some of your family is there, is just sitting there like, oh, what is happening? As the other three Indians here is. Happy birthday, Kris. You doing good? Quarantined?
Quarantined. wearing my tiger.
There you are. Yeah, I can tell that you're not leaving the house anytime soon. Who is mowing their lawn right now? That's a good idea. Who is mowing their lawn indoors? You guys good? All right. What's going on, man? It's Kabir. It's nice to be here. I'm one of Chris's friends, stand-up comedian. We have a great comedy show going on tonight, which is phenomenal. How old are you, by the way, Chris? What are you, like 26?
Something like that.
Is somebody getting abducted by aliens right now? If you guys have background noise, just mute. You know, like if you can hear shit from the right of you, turn it off. We can all hear it. You guys good? I can hear you guys now. Somebody's like backing up a truck.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, we're good. I admit.
You're the only one that has the reins to mute people, so.
Oh, no, we're good. Well, I can hear everybody. People are still coming in, so I'm keep admitting people. That's great. And then Nikito Manila left the meeting. Real cool, Nikito. We didn't want you here anyway. Anyway, it is nice to be here. It is weird being quarantined. I'm not really tripping about that. Anybody tripping about the coronavirus? Are you guys worried about that shit?
No.
No.
I am not worried, by the way. Listen, man, I drink a pint of whiskey a day, a pack of cigarettes, and all I eat is McDonald's and Burger King. I'm not. If the coronavirus came into my body, the first thing it's gonna say is "Get me the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
That's it. It's gonna be like, this guy is drinking whiskey with cereal. Get me out of here. This guy's killing me. Not worried. The only problem is I'm quarantined with my mom right now. For a lot of people that don't know what it's like kind of like having a Filipino mom, Indian mom. It's basically both of their dreams to have their son stuck in a house with them that can't leave. So she is really happy. Every morning she's just coming over, spraying my face with Lysol. I'm like, I haven't left the house, mother. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. But my mom, that's who she is. My mom's the most overprotective person in the world. If my mom doesn't hear from me for more than 4 hours, I'm a missing person report. Like, I have seen myself on Dateline. It's weird. You know, I accidentally boarded a flight from London to LA, a 12-hour flight. I forgot to call my mom before I boarded it. So halfway through the flight, I was like, damn, I gotta call my mom to let her know I'm okay. So I had to use the airplane phone to call my mom in Hindi because she doesn't like to speak to me in English. So I had to use the airplane phone looking like this in another language, right? It was halfway through the flight. I call my mom like, hey mom, my flight 152 Mahu, sab kuch theek hai, jab land karunga, main call karunga. Yeah. The guy next to me just starts crying, right? and then he called his mom and started telling her how much he loves her, which is very disrespectful. I was like, I'm Indian. It's gonna land. It's gonna be fine. But it is fun being on airplanes as a brown guy. I realized I can get other brown people kicked off the airplane whenever I want. I have the power to do it. I do it for fun. I don't give a shit, right? Lamar over here is like, how brown are you, Lamar? You're not that brown. It's fun. I'll go to airplane, find any brown guy on it, and I'll just point to him and be like, hey, you ready? That's it. He's going straight to prison. There's no more questions. He's going to jail, and I'm just going with it. It's like, you ready? The other guy's like, oh, who's this guy? I don't know this guy. I'm like, he knows me. You ready? Shut up. I don't know you. I'm like, he knows me. Click, click. You ready? He's like, this guy's going to kill me. But those are the fun things you can do as brown. You know, as most people, brown people don't really have that much fun. A lot of things to do. What else should we talk about? I've been watching a lot of, I know we're all stuck. We are all stuck at home. We got to watch TV. I've been watching documentaries on serial killers. Anybody watch that? Some of you guys can unmute yourself, by the way, if you guys aren't making a lot of noise. If you guys are just wanting to join in, you can unmute yourself. Banda, you can unmute me. Yeah, let's get Banda over there. That's like a laugh of 1,000. We only need her unmuted so you know when to laugh. Don't worry about it. We got you, bro. We got Banda. So I'm like switching. No, I've been watching a lot of serial killers documentaries, and you know, it's just, I don't know what to tell you, man. White people are winning this battle, and I've seen 30 of them, and I don't know who you guys are competing against. You've won. Let it go. I don't know who's even in second anymore. It's won. You won. But my white friend hates this shit. He thinks it's racist. He's like, this is bullshit, man. Not all white people are serial killers. I'm like, well, you know, all serial killers are white. You're watching the same shit I am. And it's not white people's fault. It's not like white people like have this thing where they're the only people that want to be serial killers. Other people want to be serial killers. Just white people are the only people in the world that can be serial killers, right? Seriously, like white people are the only people in the world that can get away with 8 unsolved murders in a row. There's no other ethnicity that can do that shit. I mean, you don't think black people want to be serial killers? Of course they do. They can't, right? Could you imagine a black serial killer? He would get pulled over on the way to getting supplies. He hasn't even done anything yet. He'll just be driving. What seems to be the problem, officer? Your taillight's out. No, it's not. Officer down. He's fucking done. And Indians, Asians, Hispanics, we can't be serial killers. Our family's way too nosy. Like, especially Filipino.
Facts,
My mom's
facts.
a bitch. Facts. My mom would show up. Where is the rope? What happened to the duct tape? Where is the bleach? I'm like, fuck, mom. What are you doing here? I'm checking your trunk. I'm like, you can't go in there. There's people in there, bitch. But I don't know why you're here, mother. But it is interesting, though. I'm glad that we're getting done. By the way, I think the quarantine is making people stupid. They're making people dumb. I was at Safeway the other day. I'm over here in Fremont, right? I'm in Safeway. And this dude comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, you're that comedian, Kabir. I mean, this guy is just dressed in a spacesuit, right? He's just sitting there with like one loaf of bread. He's all like, hey, you're that comedian, Kabir, right? I was like, yeah. He's all like, hey, man, when's your next show? What the fuck? They almost canceled WrestleMania. How am I supposed to know when my next show is, idiot? Spacesuit. How the fuck am I supposed to know when really stupid people. When's your next show? I was like, right now, you're not invited. If it ever happens, you get the worst. And people are taking advantage of the coronavirus. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen the rent? Have you seen this? Have you seen landlords trying to exchange sexual favors for people that live in their properties? Have you seen this shit? Instead of paying rent, they're asking for sexual favors. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, I can't imagine how women must feel right now to know that they've been wasting hella money on rent all these years. What have you guys been doing? It could have been free, but you really, the Pizza Hut guy? Thanks, ladies. I'm gonna blow my landlord next week. And they're like, have you? Yeah, I don't know if it's on the table for everybody too. I'm about to go to my landlord and they're like, hey, you didn't pay rent. He's like, I heard there's other ways to do it, John. Look, man, whip out that dick and we'll make a 3-month plan. Don't be weird. Don't weird, John. Listen, we have incredible comics. I'm going to be up and down. I'm going to be hosting this. We have some of the best comedians around from LA, Bay Area, New York. I'm going to just say New York. We don't have anybody from New York, but Zahra's been in New York. Oh, God. I know she thinks up. But listen, we have 3 great comedians. I'm going to be in and out. We're going to have a great time. I'm glad. But by the way, let's do one more round of applause for the man of the hour, Kris. Happy birthday, Kris. Thank you for having us.
Kris, woo!
Taking a shot for Kris. Cheers, Kris.
Cheers.
If you guys have your drinks, grab a drink. Your first
driving.
Who's driving? Somebody's driving.
I'm driving, Jesse. Jesse's driving. I wanted to tune in, but I was running late.
You need to turn this shit off. Why are you?
I love
Oh.
I like how like you won't drink while you're driving, but you're totally cool watching a fucking Zoom show.
No.
This is safe.
I'm not.
Who said you said bad with drinking and driving?
I'm listening.
Oh, you're listening.
Which is why my video is turned off.
Okay, good for you. And what is your name? What's your name?
Jesse.
Jesse. It's always a Jesse, right? Nobody else is doing this shit but people named Jesse. This has been on the calendar for like a month. I'm late. Your next comic. Your first comic. Your first comic of the evening is one of my favorite comedians. She's one of the hottest comics coming up. She's gotten rave reviews. She's been to our comedy shows all weekend. And she is facial recognition. Facial recognition is a tour that she is a part of, and it goes everywhere. New York, LA, sold out shows. She's a huge talent. So it's very cool to see her tonight. Give it up for your first comedian of the night. Give it up for Zahra Ali, everybody. Make some noise for Zahra.
Hello.
I'm going to spotlight you. Everybody just calm down. All right,
Oh
there we
no,
go.
I don't want to look at myself. Okay. All right.
You look great. Have fun.
I'm gonna do gallery view on my side so I can see all of your beautiful faces, and I can see the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Kris! Happy birthday! Round of applause for Kris, everybody. Hey, Kris, I am so excited to be part of this star-studded event, and for your sake, I hope this pandemic ends really soon so you can go back to taking selfies with celebrities. I hope one day I'm lucky enough to be in one of your celebrity selfies, really. Hey, and congratulations to the rest of you. We've made it. We made it to 9,733 days of quarantine. So, oh my God, it's been so long. I feel like even our dogs are annoyed with us. You know, it's like, dang, don't you have somewhere to be? Like, what the fuck? Like, they're trying to like run away from us during walks and shit. Like, oh my God, I've had enough. Let me take a poll. You know, we're all in quarantine. We're all stuck at home. Who's washed their hair this week? Anyone? Anyone washed their hair this week? Yeah. Okay. We got 2 people. Good job.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, was it worth it? Anyone? No, probably not. I wore a bra today for the first time in a month for all of you, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and I have a feeling that after quarantine, some of the men in this group will probably have to wear a bra as well.
After.
Let me know if you're I don't know. Quarantine is driving me a little crazy though. Like, there's just certain things, like I feel like the dishes are growing like weeds, you know? Like I wash the dishes and then more appear. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I just had a glass of water and 19,000 dishes in the sink. Like, what the fuck? I'm like going crazy. I'm talking to my fake plants. Does talking to your fake plants help them grow? Does anyone know? I don't know. I'm sure some of you are quarantined with like your significant others. I see Colleen is with her man friend. Very nice. Hey, you're with Joe Rogan? What the fuck, man? Man. I'm here quarantining with SpongeBob, and I have this thing over here. It's called a boyfriend arm.
Oh my God!
Does anyone have one of these? I gave me one of these as a gag gift. I call him Nathaniel because he's white. This is my white boyfriend arm named Nathaniel. Yeah, my girlfriends keep inviting me to their weddings with a +1, and I'm like, what? It's LA. You think someone's gonna last long enough to be my +1? So I'm bringing Nathaniel to all the weddings, like whenever the pandemic is over. Honestly, whatever. No one finds that funny. Okay, I'll move on. I don't. Speaking of boys, I feel like, you know, a lot of the guys during the pandemic and even before were being like really nice. And I want to congratulate the dudes. Y'all have sounded really, over the past 2 years, I feel like y'all have stepped up. Everyone sounds all the dudes sound so smart and articulate. And then I hear it all again, word for word on the Joe Rogan podcast, you know, so I don't know. Joe Rogan fan. I don't know. Stop selling me MCT oil. All right, no one buys it. So I live in LA, and before the pandemic, it was really hard for me to make new girlfriends in this town. And one time I thought I made a new girlfriend, and then I found out later that she sells healing crystals on Instagram. So that was a bust. But
Banda.
yeah, we got healers in this town. Yeah, where are they? Where are the healers?
Here.
Okay.
JB.
Speaking of healers, why aren't you all selling me Corona crystals? What's going on, Bianca? Like, where are they? Where are the healing crystals for coronavirus? I need that. I need that now. Oh my God. But ladies, a lot of y'all have not worn makeup in over a month. And can I tell you all look beautiful. You all look beautiful, truly, yes. Seriously,
no.
Colleen, Trisha, Gio, you all look beautiful. And I'm so relieved. I am so relieved, you know, because now I can finally see that none of you look like Kylie Jenner. So good job.
Yes.
You did it. None of you look like a Jenner or a Kardashian. You did it. You did it. I'm so glad the bubble lips are deflating. No one's able to get their Botox injections. This is amazing. You know, like I'm so glad that real beauty is coming back, you know, so that's, I don't know. I've been spending a lot of time on social media, on Instagram. Like everybody's online at the same time. The entire world is on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, does anyone know how I can make myself safe from all your Instagram live streams? Does anyone know how I can do that? Because I keep getting held hostage in people's Instagram live streams. Like it's crazy. I don't know. There's a lot of Instagram challenges right now. Has anyone done that? Yeah, we see.
Who is shoveling dead bodies in the background here, dude?
Jesse.
Jesse, is there like, this is the Undertaker match happened last week. Why is this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was whoever that is, mute your shit. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm
God.
I feel like Jessie has dead bodies in her trunk as we speak. I don't know.
You know what? It's a really
I think
large
it's Carol
trunk.
Baskin's dead husband in her trunk right now. I am totally like rocking the Carol Baskin gear right now. I'm with Chris right now. I watched Tiger King. I was so inspired by Carol Baskin's story, okay? She's an American hero, okay?
That's right.
A woman who can kill her husband and get his millions and get away with it is a hero in my book, okay? You know, I feel like Hillary Clinton should have taken some tips from her, honestly. I don't know. I'm channeling Carol Baskin for sure. So have you all been watching a lot of Netflix too? Everyone's binge watching shows on Netflix?
Yep.
You know, I finally got around to watching The Irishman. And has anyone seen that? The Irishman?
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
I haven't finished it
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, I watched it, and I watched The Irishman, and let me tell you, The Irishman is hands down the best geriatric mob movie I've ever seen.
There you go.
Like, how many naps did they take to get through that? Like, actually, no. It took me a week to finish that movie, and I think I took more naps watching that movie than those actors did actually filming that movie. What the hell is going on? They're so freaking old. They're so old. No amount of CGI could fix the old, honestly.
Right.
Seriously. And you know, the second best geriatric movie I've seen this year is the 2020 election. Like, that's an amazing movie to watch. All right, no one here. I don't know.
Getting there.
Are there single people on here? Yeah, there's some single people. Yeah.
Single
Cool.
people.
Single people. Yeah.
All
So,
single ladies.
for all you
That'd be a
single
blessing.
ladies, yeah, there's a dating app during quarantine. There's a dating app called Quarantine Together. Yeah,
Oh my God.
so to all the grown men living in your mom's basement, like, this is your time to shine, you know, like this, you were made for quarantine. You know, this is your chance to find your dream girl. Nothing like a global pandemic to help the losers, honestly. Speaking of losers, let's check in on the Brown boys. Hey, checking in with y'all. Are you all okay about your mom doing your laundry? Are you good? Are you need some
All
help?
day, son. All day.
Kabir, you're at home, so your mom can do your laundry during the quarantine, okay? You are browning correctly, my friend.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
More time to get on that quarantine app. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
You
God.
do it. You and your mom could welcome your new girlfriend together. That's gonna be great. I don't know. My mom was on my case to find a nice brown boy, a nice Muslim boy. Are there any here tonight? Any Muslim boys on the Zoom? Exactly. They don't exist. Nice Muslim boys. So to make my mom happy, I joined this new dating app. It's called Tinder. Has anyone heard of this? Who the fuck is opening up a luggage right now? Like, who the fuck is opening up their suitcase? Rachel, is it you? I see you doing some shit. Come on, it's comedy time. This is the one who's storing a dead body in a suitcase now? Is that what's happening? I don't know. Too much Carol Baskin in here. All right. All right, so I joined a new dating app to make my mom happy. It's called Minder. Has anyone heard of this? Yeah, Minder. Minder is the Muslim version of Tinder. It's a real thing. Chris, look it up. It's a real thing. Minder is a Muslim version of Tinder. It's very easy to use. You swipe east if you like them.
Funny.
West if they're too modern for you. Okay, that was for anyone who watches Homeland. That's just for you. And that's it. And maybe Amy. That's all.
Inshallah.
I don't know. It's crazy out here. You know, like it's weird, like the government telling us what we can't do. You know, I feel like a lot of guys are complaining to me about like, oh, I can't, why is the government telling me what I can or can't do? And I'm like, dudes, welcome to having a vagina. The government's been telling me for freaking years. So welcome to being a woman.
my God.
I don't know. I truly miss human interaction. So like, this is fun for me. I'm going to tell you guys a story of like the last real human interaction I had before I went into quarantine. Okay. And I hope you all learned something from this. Okay. So before quarantine, I was at a coffee shop and I left the coffee shop and this dude, this younger dude, like 21-year-old Gen Z looking dude, you know, kind of had like a man bun, looked like he was like Post Malone, you know, had tats all over his face and, you know, that kind of dude. Looks like he sells like artisanal beard oil and shit, you know, like, so he like followed me out of the coffee shop and I was like, you know, this is weird, but whatever. I'll go to my car and he'll go to his unicycle and it'll be fine. And then so I'm walking to my car and I'm on Instagram Live the whole time, you know, with my phone. I'm on Instagram Live because I'm trying to be an Instagram. Trisha, don't judge me, okay? Fine. I'm on Instagram the whole time. I get to my car and I see on my phone still behind me. So I look behind me and I'm like, what, dude? What do you want? And he looks at me. He looks at me up and down. He's like, girl, you don't need Instagram. I'm following you right now.
Oh my God.
Nice.
And that's, I really miss human interaction, guys. I miss all of you. Please go back on the streets. Keep being creepy. Keep doing your thing. I miss you all. Happy quarantining, everybody.
Thank you, Zahra.
Thank you.
Give it up one more time for Zahra Ali, man. You'll be seeing her everywhere.
Yes.
Nice work. Yas. Talking shit about brown guys. My mom's doing my laundry right now. That fucking hurt really hard when you said that shit. I was like, my mom don't do me laundry. My mom's not like, bring me my socks. I'm like, not now, mother. Let her finish her set.
Your mom loves you so much.
Oh, she's great. You know who didn't love it? You know what? I was just watching. I was in Canada doing shows recently, and I've been watching the Canadian. I don't know if you ever watched Dateline in Canada. They have different stories. Kids in Canada are a bunch of pussies. I swear to God, I saw this the other day. This family took this 9-year-old kid to their version of Costco, and they left the kid over there for 2 hours. They forgot him, and then they came back 2 hours later to grab him. And this kid is now prosecuting and pressing charges on his parents for neglect, for child neglect. For 2 hours, all right? My dad should be on death row. Like, how can 2 hours really? I remember when I was 10 years old, my dad took me to Sizzlers, and he left his wallet at home, and he was all like, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I left my wallet. I'm going to go grab my wallet. I'll be right back. Don't you, buddy. Don't you, buddy. He left me there as collateral. Collateral, bro. He's like, just take my, I've never seen anything like it. My dad's like, why don't you just take my son? I'll be back in 10 minutes. Take my son. Don't touch his dick. I'll be right back. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing, bro? You're going to touch my dick? I don't, leave. Don't leave me, father.
Oh my God.
Right? God, what a difference a year makes, though, man. Last year, I was in Disney World having a time. Have you guys been to Disneyland at all recently? Have you seen these apps, the Disneyland app? Chris, you go to Disneyland once in a while, right? Don't you? Chris just left. Somebody just opened the closet and just coughed.
Chris, unmute it.
I gotta be honest.
Oh man.
I like how the emails are like, please don't make any noise, and people are just like rambling with shit like. Yeah, put the fan on. It's hot. Put the fan on. What the fuck are you guys doing? People are just like
Oh,
doing
shit.
shit. No, I remember last time. I miss Disneyland, man. I don't know if you guys have been to Disneyland recently. They have a Disneyland app. Have you seen the app for Disneyland? Has everybody used that? It's a Disneyland app. It's an app that tells you how long. First of all, Trisha, you look like you're at Disneyland right now. Are you at Disneyland right now, Trisha? Is that the back? You can unmute yourself as long as you're not like fixing a fucking car like the rest of the people.
So
on here.
actually,
Are you?
it's Disney World.
Oh, it's Disney World. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys from Florida?
I was from Florida.
What a beautiful state. You guys are really doing well right now. Mute yourself again. Thanks for keeping us all safe. Is it just crazy white people right now that refuse to stay home? I've never seen any. By the way, have you seen the people on the news that are like refusing to stay at home, like the people in Michigan and Florida? Have you seen like the Michigan people? They're like out there, just out there. I'm like, have you seen the people? They look like they don't even have anywhere to go. They look like they have nowhere to go. I have toured America Relentless for 6 years. I've never seen any of these motherfuckers out of their house, but now they're like, let's fucking do it. What are you doing? Stay home, motherfucker. No, Disneyland, they have an app that tells you how long all the lines are for each ride. It's the greatest invention in mankind. I'm addicted to that shit, man. I haven't been there in like 3 years. I check that app every day. It has confused me as a person. My friends think I'm a psychopath. Dude. My friend would just come over to my house and be like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, I'll tell you what's going on. There's a 4-hour wait for Splash Mountain. I hope everyone's okay. But we call somebody. Somebody should be called. We have 2 more great comics here. Give it up one more time for Zahra, everybody. Zahra Ali, one of the best in the game. Yeah. Just clap. Don't start your fucking engine. Your next comic. Let's fix the kitchen. Your next comic is very, very funny. He opens for me nationally. He's one of my favorite comics in the game. He's a brother to me, man. Give it up big for. He's a regular at the Punchline. He does shows everywhere, improv, all that good shit. Give it up big. Give it up big for Sean Reddy, everybody. Make some noise for Sean Reddy.
Yeah.
Wearing the Roman Reigns shirt, you hack.
I had to, man. I did it for Chris, man. Did it for Chris. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and wear my 24/7 belt right now. That's for Chris too, because I'm the Bay Area champ, you know. So you guys are looking good, as you could tell. I'm in my kids' room performing stand-up comedy for you guys. Just let him put him to sleep, and then I'm gonna wake him up with my bad comedy, because that's how I do it, man. This is how we do it. So yeah, man. It's been 37 days now since I actually performed stand-up comedy from a live audience. That's 37 days that I have been consistently being yelled at by my wife. Like the other day, we haven't been out to like a restaurant, so every dinner now she wants to act like we're in a restaurant. So I wanted to give her the full experience, guys. So I stood her up.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went and hung out with her best friend. So that's how things work out, guys. Yeah, no, actually, I've been on this YouTube rabbit hole lately, and because we have a smart television, and for those of you that don't know, when you have a smart television, you have a remote control that you can actually speak into. And for some reason, I was searching best violin players, right? Because like I said, I got a little kid, and I want to raise him right, which is like Asian. And and if you have a smart TV, do this, guys. Do it. Take your remote control, talk into and see what your TV reads. Because when I said the best violin player, I got the best violent players.
Oh, no.
Yeah. For like 2 hours, I was watching NHL hockey fights. Like, it was crazy. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but YouTube suggests random things for you. So I ended up watching a documentary about Saudi Arabia on YouTube. Specifically, It was about gay people in Saudi Arabia, which I didn't even know you could. That's even a thing out there. Apparently, they had one of the biggest gay underground scenes in Saudi Arabia, guys. Like, it's so dope. Like, I'm down to go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is a trip, though. This is the trip that I learned from the documentary, which is they have a religion police out there, right? And if they suspect that you're gay, punishment is rape. Isn't that crazy? That doesn't make sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, seriously. Someone just said, wait, what? I'm about to educate you right now. Imagine this. There's a group. There is a group of religion police out there, guys. It's like Muhammad, and Steve, right? They're all getting together like, look, guys, in order to fight this thing, we're going to make sure we have such bad sex with these men that they'll never want to have sex with men again. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So I went to the grocery store after that documentary. And as you guys all know, you got to be with the mask and the gloves on. And I was in line. And there was this Vietnam veteran in front of me. And he, too, was in the glove and mask. And he had this Vietnam hat, this veteran hat. And he turned to me. And he goes, man, this is crazy. This is worse than the war. I go, what do you mean by that? I was like, how so, man? How so? How is this worse than the war? He's like, because you don't know who has the virus. You don't know who the enemy is. He said, when I was in Nam, you knew who the enemy was because they all looked alike. And then he squinted his eyes. I was like, that's kind of racist, man. I was like, come on, dude. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a trip, man, this whole quarantine thing. A lot of events has been rescheduled. Like my best friend, actually, his wedding got rescheduled because of this thing. And his fiance, on the day of his his original date of his wedding, his fiance posted up a photo that said, today was supposed to be our day, right? Now, this pissed me off because I'm like, bitch, there's people out there dying right now. And you're thinking about yourself? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? And now she's super religious. Like, she's super Catholic. And I wanted to tell her, I wanted to say, even God didn't want this to be your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah. Well, weddings are crazy. Weddings are pretty crazy, though. Because especially women go insane for weddings, man, insane. Like the whole cake tasting thing, you know, like you go around and taste cake. Like you're about to be 30 years old and you don't even know how cake tastes like. Like that don't make sense. And worst of all, you don't even know what is your favorite cake by then. Like that's so annoying, man. That is so annoying.
Eat free cake.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, free cake. Yeah, I wish they had an ice cream take. I said take. I fucked that one up. Oh, whatever, man. It's okay. Oh no, man. It's been good. Let's see. I got time for one more last story. You know, it's since we're all here in this quarantine, this was actually perfect timing for myself because recently I quit doing drugs, guys. Recently quit doing drugs. Thank you for that one clap, whoever that was. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, my man. I tried shrooms for the very first time. Yeah. For those of you that don't know what shrooms is, it's a mushroom that you eat and you see shit. You know?
What you
Now,
see?
my wife and I, we go and visit my aunt, and she's in the shower. My cousin's there. He's like, Sean, my mom is going to be a while. I have some shrooms. You want to try some? I go, let's do it, my man. So I ate the mushroom. For those of you that don't know, mushrooms taste like shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to chase it with something.
Yep.
So I chased it with more shrooms, right? and acid. Now,
What?
Yeah, it's a bad combination. Don't do this. All right. Now this what happened. So I'm washing my hands. As I turn to wipe my hand on the towel, I look on the floor and my dick is on the ground, guys. Right? And I freak out, right? My wife hears me crying. She comes to the rescue. She's like, Sean, are you okay? I said, babe, my dick is on the ground. She said, hey, don't just stand there, pick it up. So now I do, and it falls off, right? Now my cousin, he hears all this commotion, and now he's high. So he runs over, and he's like, Sean, are you okay? Oh my God, man, your dick is on the ground. My wife turns and goes, hey, don't just stand there, help him. So now, me and my cousin, we're trying to solve this thing. We're picking his phone off. We're picking his phone off, right? We get exhausted. We're like, you know what? We'll solve this tomorrow morning. We go to sleep. The next morning, my wife comes and wakes us up. She goes, hey, do you remember what happened last night? I go, no. She goes, you guys were so high that you thought that your dick fell off. That's when I found out that my aunt hides her dildo in the bathroom.
Oh no!
Yeah. I looked over to my cousin, and he was traumatized because he too touched his mom's dildo.
Aw.
Chris, happy birthday, jabroni.
Hey.
We have a new champion.
Oh my God.
We
Thank
have
you,
a
guys.
new champion. For Sean Reddy, everybody.
Hey.
Yay!
That was awesome.
You know what's crazy is that the WWE just fired both of them. They didn't even do anything.
Stupid.
John, great work, man. Great work.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, man. That was fun.
Who would have thought we'd have a title change live on Sunday Night Heat?
That was our
Crazy.
first live match, man. That was our first live
Not
match.
bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. KO Comedy Wrestling. We have a very, very special guest here. Are you guys having a good time? You guys drinking? Cheers, everybody. One more time for Chris. Happy birthday,
Hey,
guys.
happy birthday, Chris.
I'm sure you're right. I want to see who's drinking. There we go. Amy got the wine.
Oh, wait, let me
Right?
get it.
Where's the wine? We
I
got
know.
Brittany with the wine.
Chris is drinking. That's crazy.
I
We
feel
got
like I need to
Amanda over here.
upgrade mine.
I already went from John. What's Amanda doing? Amanda's drinking some.
I got shrooms. I actually got shrooms.
Oh, are you kidding me? Really?
I swear to God.
Why?
I swear to God, I got shrooms. They're in my underwear drawer,
Oh, that's
too.
awesome.
Can somebody?
Even men
We're going to go on a hike tomorrow. That's why.
Oh, great.
Hike
Yeah, that's
tomorrow.
a hike. Because
Yeah.
everybody that goes on a hike needs to do shrooms.
That's awesome.
That's a really good excuse. It's like, I got a bottle of Jack. Well, I got to go to Costco tomorrow. Don't fucking judge me. What else do you guys do? Are you really going on a hike? Who are you going on a hike with?
Yeah, with my boyfriend. I'm gonna try to get him lost.
Have it muted. All right, next. Cheers, everybody. Oh, look, I love this. This is great. Cheers one more time, Chris. Happy birthday. We have it. I do very special comic real quick because he has something else to do tonight, and it's pretty awesome that he's over here doing it. Your next comic is amazing. He has over. Dennis, you can hear me, right? Are you unmuted?
Yes, I'm here.
Dennis Gaxiola is one of the best comedians in America. He has over 50 to 60 million views on face of YouTube. His Dry Bar comedy special went viral, and he is somebody I've looked up to for many years, and it's very cool for him to be here, man. Right when Chris told me to put on something special, you were the first person I thought of. So I really want to give it up. I want everybody to pay attention, have a good time, because this guy's a natural headliner, man. Give it up big. You've seen him on Comedy Central with Gabriel Iglesias. Give it up big. For Dennis Gaxiola, everybody, make some noise.
Nice.
Good job, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good,
Happy
great.
birthday, Chris. I have hung with many Filipino families through my years. And 3 of my kids are Filipino. How come no one told me I was going bald? This light is hitting me. Look, nobody told me. Screw you, Kabir. You never say, hey, Dennis, you're my friend. You're going bald. Look at this.
It's all about the lightings and angles.
I have 3 Filipino kids, and so when he said it'd be for a Filipino friend, I said I'm down. I got my kids the odd way, you know, that commercial where you can feed a family for 60 cents a day.
What?
I saw the commercial late at night, and I donated, but I didn't hit the one-time button. I just wanted to give $20 and say, there, I helped. And it went $20 for 30 days straight. And the way I found out was there was a knock at the door, and there was 3 Filipino kids. And they were like, Daddy. So I come in. I've learned some words in Tagalog. The first word, if you're not Filipino or you're not part of a Filipino family, the first word is, that is a word in Tagalog. And then the next most important word to learn is actually. That is part of Tagalog. If you listen to some real Pinoys, actually, look at Chris is laughing. He knows I'm telling the truth. Actually. If you go to a Filipino Catholic church, my parents said the priest will be the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, and actually the Mother too. So that was special jokes for Chris. If you're not Filipino, you'd be like, I don't understand. Social distancing, I'm getting worn out. I'm used to being home. I go out on the weekends, and then the weekdays are mine around the house. I'm a big kid. I play video games. I do my wife's here every day. My kids are here every day. I tried to give my wife a hug this morning, and she was like, 6 people. My cousin, I feel bad for him because he made parole. Hector made parole on the 1st of February. He made parole, and but so he got house arrest for a year, so ankle bracelet, and he was so excited because he was out of the county jail, and then this virus hit, and now he's stressing out. I'm like, why are you stressed? He called me up, bro, what are you doing, man, when this is over? I'm like, going out. I know what you're doing. You're staying home. Still on house arrest. I'm drinking chai tea to stay awake. You know what? My worst nightmare about this whole virus is that it ends like at the end of October, right in time for Christmas shopping. If that happens, I'm self-quarantined for 6 weeks more. I'm going to stay in, screw Christmas. If this thing lasts until Christmas shopping, I'm done. All right. Oh, man. I ate a fortune. I'm not racist. I got a black brother-in-law, Jewish brother-in-law. My ex was Filipino. I got 3 Filipino kids. My wife's Puerto Rican from Hawaii. I'm not racist, but I ate a fortune cookie today because we supported the local business. Went out to the local Chinese restaurant, got Chinese food, and I opened my fortune cookie, and all it said was, good luck. Did this guy know something? Trying to tell me something. I get my political views from my grandfather, very wise old man from Torreon, Mexico. I went up to my grandpa one day and said, Grandpa, what do you think about a woman's right to choose? He said, Mijo, I think everyone should wear shoes. This joke right there. There are some pretty women here, and you know, you got to give it up for the real pretty women that act like they don't know they're real pretty. Like Ali, she had me earlier. She was asking if there's any Muslim men. Zahra, I almost switched. I'm a Christian evangelist, and I was like, you know what?
married.
Wife wouldn't know about you, okay?
No, I'm not trying to get away with any Filipino. No.
I showed her you. I said, look at her. I
Yeah,
brought my wife over and I pointed at you and I said, look at her. You need to do better, woman.
Oh my God.
No, stop it.
My wife is the love of my life. I have a trophy wife too, and I'm joking. I have a trophy wife. Now, not
I'm trying to be
everybody.
somebody else's trophy wife, okay? Like, come on.
My wife is a trophy wife, and I'm not being a misogynist, right? I rub shoulders, but I'm not a professional. I'm not a misogynist. No, everybody, you should be so in love with your spouse that that's your trophy. My wife is my childhood sweetheart. She's my trophy. Not everybody got a trophy, first place trophy. Some people got a runner-up plaque,
Oh my God.
You married the neighborhood hoochie, you got a participation ribbon, I'm jealous. Jimmy Cheatham up there with the hair. Can you donate, brother? It's a charitable time. Everybody's giving. Can you fill in the spots, Jimmy?
Yes. Send some today.
Man, that's terrible.
Oh, man. I have a 16-year-old son still at home. I don't think he's going to make it. No, he's healthy, but he's on my last nerve. Anybody dealing with kids that are on your last nerve, especially right now? He thinks he has more street cred than me. That's the problem. I know he's smarter than me, all right? Technology, but he thinks, I grew up in Berkeley and Oakland, California. I'm a Desert Storm combat veteran. I've been shot at, not in Desert Storm, in Oakland. He thinks he has more street cred. He's always punking me in my own house. It's subtle. Like he came to me the other day. I'm sitting here at the computer, and he came to me. This was in December, early December. I'm just sitting at my computer, and he faked being humble. How do you fake humility? He gave me a little piece of paper. He had a piece of paper folded, little piece of paper like this. And he's, Dad, this is all I want for Christmas. I was touched at first, but I realized who was talking to me. And he's a BS artist. He's 16 and he thinks he can BS me. I took a little piece of paper and I unfolded it. It was a full sheet of paper. 10 video games the boy asked for Christmas. It's all I want, Dad. It'll take care of me all year. I reached over on my desk and I got his report card and I handed it to him. I said, the boy had a D in English. That's the only language. I got muted. I think I got muted. Chris muted me. Chris was like, all right, that's enough of my party. It's late.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, cool.
That wasn't me. That was Kabir.
I'm surprised you're doing comedy and not karaoke. What kind of Filipino party is this?
Oh.
Got him.
Different generation.
Different generation.
I live in Danville.
No, I recently turned 40 10 years ago, and
Mark,
I joked 6 years ago. This is awesome. I know everybody has things where nobody has anything to do. I could talk for an hour and people would just like, go, we have nothing to do.
You're good. You're good.
Sunday night. What else?
Sunday night. Hey, but on the real, I don't want to be greedy. This is nice just to see a bunch of faces. And I think the big guy in the sky took some time to say, sit down. I know we lost a lot of lives. There's no funny in that. But this is cool where you can connect with people. I went for a walk the other day. It's not a joke. I went for a walk the other day along the marina here in the East Bay in Northern California. And just as I walked, as I nodded my head or smiled at people, everybody said hi. So we need that human interaction. But I think this was just a good wake-up call for us to be kind to each other. And, you know, everybody's beautiful. As Zahra made that point earlier, everybody's beautiful. And it's fun to joke around, but man, be kind to your neighbor, be kind to your family. Reach out to those relatives that you have a beef with. It ain't worth it, man. There's people that, I have one aunt that, and not to be a downer, but she isolated herself for 8 years, and now she's on life support. And the whole family's like, wow, we won't say goodbye to her. But you know what, man? It ain't worth it, man. Get together with friends like Kris and party. Kabir, I appreciate you. Everybody here, man. Enjoy your family, say hi to your loved ones, and get off the couch, okay? Go for a walk. Sitting on the couch for a month straight is almost more dangerous than a virus.
Right.
Get out, go for a walk, get some, it's just bad for you. But this was really cool to be here. Thank you for having me. Congratulations, I see people with little babies. Congratulations on that right there. They're gonna get on your nerves in 16 years.
That's great, man.
My show ended 5 minutes ago, but I don't want to go in the room. My wife's there, and
she's still gonna be there 5 minutes later too, Dennis. You know, she's not disappearing, Dennis.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Good night. Happy birthday, Kris.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah.
One more time for Dennis Gaxiola, man, one of the best in the game. Spotlight video, Kabeezy. Let's see how this works. I'm the only Indian in the world that keeps calling these people for tech support. They're getting very angry at me. Like it's that fucking guy again. Yeah, man. Give it up for Dennis. Give it up for all the comics you've seen tonight. That was very fun. Dennis, Zahra, John. I do want to do a couple jokes real quick. I know we're all quarantined. It's kind of tough. I know some of you guys are in relationships. Some of you guys, it's tough not to be quarantined with somebody that you're going out with. I have a girlfriend now, which is awful. I don't know. We've been going out for, I guess, too long. I think it's 2 years. So we're at that point where we just say mean shit to each other. Like, she is a mean person. Like, you know, like, she'll say the meanest shit to me, but I can't break up with her because I'm not going back to the gym. But they are running in there. We both decided to have a hall pass. So any of you guys have a hall pass? Any of you guys have a hall pass? Anybody where you're allowed to pick one person that you're allowed to hook up with if you ever get the opportunity to meet? No, you got. Oh, do you guys, Colleen? Do you guys have one? You can unmute yourself. I want to hear it. Colleen over here has got it.
I got Zac Efron.
Charlize Theron.
Really? Charlize Theron.
You got Zac Efron? That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
One person. Yep. You guys are both living in the past. That's so weird.
That's okay. We're fine with it.
They were both fuckable like 20 years ago. That's so weird. That's
no problem. The body's still warm. It's all good.
Oh, gross.
I'm pretty sure Zac was like 11 when he started liking it.
That's fine. I was the same age. It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, listen, it could be anybody, right? My girlfriend's hall pass was the guy that played Aquaman in Aquaman. Do you guys watch Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a good pick. Fuck that guy. What is it? Jason Momoa. He looks like a shitty Roman Reigns. He looks like he looks like Roman Reigns with talent. But it's very weird. Yeah, I looked him up. I was so pissed, man. I was like, really? You're gonna put Aquaman? Like, that's bullshit. And then I looked up his girlfriend, and she was super hot. So I was like, good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's all set. And then she's like, whatever, asshole. Who's your hall pass? I was like, my hall pass is Elizabeth from Applebee's. Because I'm not wasting my hall pass. You know, she's right over there. You know, I know her schedule like the back of my hand. You know, my god. You know, I know you can't really hit on her now, but she's still doing pickup orders. But you know, you got to go curbside for that. You know. Anyway, that joke has been going downhill ever since the shit started. But you know, it is interesting. My girlfriend's best friend is gay too, or he claims he's gay, which is bullshit. He is not gay. He's a liar. I know he's a liar because he sent a dick pic to my girlfriend and claimed it was an accident, which is bullshit. Because you cannot accidentally send a dick pic. Am I right, guys? There are too many steps. Right? You gotta charge your phone, grab your phone, turn your phone on, pull your pants down, look at your dick, put your pants back up, go on the internet, find a bigger dick, take a picture of that shit. He's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah. I was talking about earlier about being quarantined with my mom, which is just outrageous. My mom is, by the way, a complete psychopath. I don't know if you know that. She's crazy. I pissed her off last year. I'll just give you an example of who I'm dealing with. I pissed my mom off last year, and as a punishment, she made me take my cousin trick-or-treating for Halloween. That was my punishment. I had to take my cousin trick-or-treating for Halloween. It's like, I don't give a shit. I'll go pick up my cousin. He's an 11-year-old Indian kid. You know what he's dressed like? A Slurpee. I wanted to slap the cup off his goddamn head. I'm like, why are you dressed like a Slurpee? Raj, you're Indian. Why? People are making fun of us about this shit. Why would you decide to dress yourself up like a Slurpee? That's racist. You know, but I couldn't say any of that shit because I was dressed like Aladdin.
Festive.
Like hop on the carpet. It's gonna be a long ride. You're really gonna get our asses kicked today. Thanks a lot, Raj. You dick. I'll talk about my parents before I go. Despite my mom being crazy like that, my mom was still the boss of my family. My mom is the boss. My dad is useless. I didn't realize. I did not realize how useless my father was until I was 8 years old when I asked him for some permission. He apparently had no authority of giving me while my mom was out of the house grocery shopping, right? I'm 8 years old. I have no idea, man. I go to my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, can I go play in the sprinklers? He's like, you want to go play in the sprinklers, buddy? You go ahead. You have a good time. Don't you, buddy, don't you, buddy. I was like, all right, good. I wasn't worried until you said that shit 3 fucking times. But now I'm very worried, Father. Thank you. 5 minutes later, I'm the sprinklers having the time of my life, and then guess who shows up? Out of nowhere, my mom, like a falcon. She just lands on a sidewalk with grocery bags as wings. Pissed. Like Coco Beware, out of nowhere. She just shows up, pissed. She's like, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I've never heard my mom curse before. She's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I'm like, Mom, I'm playing in the sprinkler. She's like, who told you? Point them out. Who told you? I would like to meet the person that told you that you could play in the sprinkler. I'm like, Mom, Dad told me to play in the sprinkler. She's like, oh, you asked your father for permission. You might as well have asked a banana. A banana, bro. And then my dad sells me out because he's scared of my mom, right? She's like, did you tell him he could play in the sprinklers? He's like, I don't even know this guy. Who is this guy? I'm like, you fucking know me, dude. I'm the kid that you left at Sizzler, you bitch. You know me, bro. It was a lawsuit, homie. The craziest thing about that my dad, like the worst thing about my dad, like, you know, even though he didn't run shit at home, he was still my basketball coach in high school. So I went to high school in Fremont. I went to Mission San Jose High School, so you can imagine how easy it was for me to make the basketball team, and how easy it was for anybody to be the goddamn coach. My dad was the coach, and he had no idea how basketball worked. He didn't understand that Indians shouldn't be playing basketball against black people. You know, it's very unfair. And he would yell at me after every play like I had anything to do with what's going on the court. Like he would just call a timeout. Why are you letting him do that to you? Why does Jerome have 42 points? Why are you letting him do that to us? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, why did you let him do that to you? What are you doing, huh? Why are you doing this to us? What happened on that last play? Tell me what happened on that last play. I'm like, the last play, Dad, by the time I realized Jerome had the ball in his hand, his dick was already halfway up my face. Fresh. I turned around, it was Dick Ball's dunk. Ball's dick foul on me. I'm like, I didn't even do it. This is not my foul. This is 2-on-1, Father. Penis should have his own jersey, Dad. Double team. It's 6-on-5, motherfucker. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, it sucks that there's no Indians in sports, man. Indians are just, we can't get Indians to play sports. I mean, you know, there's some fast-ass Indians in India. We're just too smart. Right? No, really. You know, there's fast-ass Indians. You don't think that we could find like an Indian to be like, could you, like a punt returner? We can't find a punt returner. There's a billion of us. Could you imagine an Indian punt returner trying to explain to him what his job is? He's not going to do it. Let me get this straight. You want me to catch the ball and just keep running until one of those monsters knock the dick off my body. Is that what you want me to do? Is that the plan? What is the play again? What is the play? I catch the ball. I keep going until my dick is over there. I won't do it. He's not going to do it. Chris. Who the fuck cut your hair, Chris? Really? Was it today?
Oh, no.
I do like it, though.
No.
I had to go all the way back here to say. Honestly, man. I'm not being a dick. I'm saying I like it. Don't put words in my mouth. No, I really did enjoy this night, though. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. I'm going to do like 2 more jokes, and then we'll get you guys out of here. Did you guys have a good time, by the way? Did you guys have a good time? Give it up one more time.
Yes.
One more cheers for Chris.
Yeah.
The first successful Zoom comedy show ever. What?
Mahal.
Jinder Mahal?
Yeah.
That man's a legend. Do not speak of him like a joke. I was like, oh, you know, India was so pumped to see him. Like, we're going to do this. And then 5 minutes later, he's playing air guitar. It's like, I think he's Pakistani. I don't, he's not Indian, trust me. Nobody would. He's Indian? Shit. It's not good. Came back as a champion. No, this has been great. I'll do a couple more jokes before I go. Last couple jokes. You guys have been great. I know we've been running the light. But I do want to do this last one. I want to talk about. We have a. Did anybody vote for Trump? Anybody vote for Trump over here? Any Trump fans?
Jerry.
No.
Jerry.
I'm not a Trump fan. I just do a really good impression of him.
Do you really? Let me hear it. Let me hear your
Yeah. Jerry.
Do it.
First of all, the show's been amazing. Absolutely huge. Great. Loving it. Great numbers. I can't wait to make it just as big as I've made coronavirus throughout the United States.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Not bad.
I didn't know that we had it. What did you tell me about Jerry? Chris, he could have been the comic over here. That's really good. Jerry, what do you?
Well, I've been working in clubs for 22 years, so I've been plenty stand-up shows, so I know how you guys are.
Are you? Hey, listen, I don't hate on Trump. I know people just blame him for, Trump could literally cure cancer and people be like, this guy's pro-AIDS. But like, let the man work. But I do remember when right when Donald Trump was elected, people always talk to, the only dumb thing I ever heard Trump said is when he said he wanted to build a wall to get Mexicans out of America. He said that shit. He thinks a wall is going to keep Mexicans out of America because Mexicans aren't known for having ladders. Like, what the fuck?
He did get them to build the wall.
Right.
He did just get them to build the wall.
I mean, every time I pass a Mexican on a freeway, he's got 4 fucking ladders in the back of his truck. I'm like, why do you think that would? That's like trying to keep Indians out of America by having a spelling bee on the border. Like, that's not going to work. You know? You can't come in here until you smell giraffe. I can totally smell giraffe. Are you high? What are you talking about? Hey, man, I just want to say that it was an honor and privilege hosting your comedy show tonight, Chris. I love you, and I love all your friends. You've been amazing. Chris, it has been an honor calling you my friends. You've been one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. The way you treat your friends, the way you spoil your friends, and you always go out of your way. You're a very selfless person, and you're one of the good ones, man, and it is an honor to know you. So give it up for Chris.
Birthday, man.
Chris.
I'm gonna put you on the spotlight real quick if you want to say anything else to us. But Chris, man, it really is an honor knowing you, buddy, and we all love you.
Thank
Love you.
I forgot you spell it with a K. Jesus Christ. There you are. Right under other letters.
Come on, Jack, get it. Get it.
Yeah.
So real quick, please
Thank
give
you, Chris.
another round of applause to Kristen McNamara. It's really late in Florida right now. Did a great job. She's not the only one from Florida. Johanna's here. It was her birthday also yesterday. So
Oh, happy birthday.
Birthday. Happy birthday.
So true story, the other day we were trying to put together a lineup for tonight, and I went to one of Kabir's other shows. And we originally had another comic scheduled, and I saw Zahra perform. And I was like, Kabir, fuck that other comic, because Zahra in right now.
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Thank you, Chris.
She's awesome.
Thank you, Zahra. Thank you, Sean. You're one of my good friends. Dennis, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Here somewhere. Everyone who stayed up, like we have people here from like New Zealand and Australia and everywhere. I just want to say thank you for being here, my friends, my family. That's it. Thank you. Have a good night.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris. We love you, man.
Happy birthday.
Love you, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
Happy birthday. Love you.
Hey,
Love you, buddy.
What?
Hour.
Happy Chris.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Uncle Chris.
Thank you.